Some Bible verses land like a hand on your shoulder, calm, firm, and serendipitous, right when your brain wants to sprint into 10 different directions. A verse I keep circling back to is Isaiah 26:3. It says, "You keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you." That line has followed me through noisy seasons, quiet seasons, and the in-between, where everything feels fine until it suddenly does not. Most of the time, my stress does not start with a catastrophe. It starts with a tiny thought that grabs the wheel. A headline, a look someone gave me, a weird vibe in a meeting. Then my mind does what minds love to do. It tries to predict and solve the future. So the real question becomes simple and annoying. Where does my attention live when life gets loud? Because a steady mind rarely shows up by accident. It grows the way muscle grows. Reps, practice, a lot of coming back. The word behind peace in that passage comes from the Hebrew word shalom. Think wholeness, things fitting together again, a life that feels held instead of scattered. That hits different than the version of peace most of us chase. The one where nothing goes wrong and everyone finally stops texting and the world agrees to behave for a week. Shalom feels more like inner peace that can breathe even when your circumstances feel chaotic. Trust sounds spiritual until you realize it shows up in tiny decisions, like what you do with your thoughts when they start predicting doom, or how fast you run to your favorite distractions, or whether you keep trying to control everything with overthinking. Trust means choosing a better anchor than your mood. I think that is why the passage connects peace to a mind that stays focused. Trust aims the mind. Focus strengthens the aim. We each have our own way of responding to stress. I tend to revisit conversations, plan for every possible outcome, and label it as responsibility. That's where anxiety gets sneaky. It pretends it has your best interests in mind. Then it keeps you trapped in mental noise. So here is a simple reset that actually works in real life. Name what's pulling you, the fear, the what if, the pressure. Tell God the truth about it. No performance praying, only honesty. Re-anchor your mind on who God is, not what's happening. That last part matters. Your mind always meditates on something. The only question is what. God does not hand out vague comfort. He gives specific promises that you can carry into ordinary days. The kind you can repeat when your thoughts feel dramatic and your body feels tense. You also get the bigger story, the long arc, the reminder that you are part of something deeper than your current moment. That is why the scriptures keep calling people back to trust, again and again, even when they feel one bad moment away from falling apart. One of my favorite places to see this theme echoed is in the book of Matthew, where fear shows up loud and Jesus calls people back to focus and faith. Christians talk about peace like a concept, but it has a face and a voice. The Bible calls Jesus the Prince of Peace, which means peace feels personal, close, and present. That matters when your mind feels crowded with worries. A list of fears can feel endless. A person can be known. So when life gets noisy, I try to treat calm like a direction, not a mood. I bring my thoughts back. I practice meditation that fills my mind with what is true. I stay close to Jesus. I let God's word do what it does best, steady me from the inside while the outside stays loud.